Welcome to the fifth chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, named Karma Sanyasa Yoga, a text of divine knowledge, Brahma Vidya and the science of yoga. In this chapter, Lord Shri Krishna explains that Karma Yoga is better than Karma Sanyasa. The one who is not attracted by worldly pleasures attains salvation. A person who knows the Almighty Lord as the enjoyer of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all worlds, and the true friend of all beings, attains supreme peace. Arjuna asks, O Krishna, you are praising renunciation of action, Karma Sanyasa on one side and the yoga of action, Karma Yoga on the other. Please tell me clearly which of these two is truly better. Lord Shri Krishna replies, both renunciation of action and the yoga of action lead to liberation, but of the two, Karma Yoga is superior to Karma Sanyasa. One who has no aversion and no desires should be known as a true renunciant or sannyasi. O mighty armed Arjuna, he easily attains freedom from bondages, as he is free from all dualities, such as pleasure and pain, honor and dishonor. Only foolish people think that the path of knowledge, Sankhya Yoga, and the path of action, Karma Yoga, are different. The wise do not. Whoever follows either path properly attains the fruits of both yogas. The state of salvation attained by the Sankhya Yogi is also attained by the action, Karma Yogi. One who sees that the paths of Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga are one is the truly insightful person. O mighty armed Arjuna, mere renunciation without the practice of yoga is difficult to attain. But the sage well established in yoga quickly reaches Brahma or salvation. The yogi who is established in yoga, whose mind is pure, who has conquered his self and his senses, and who sees his soul as the soul of all beings, remains untainted by sin, even while performing actions. The philosopher yogi thinks, I am not doing anything at all. Even while seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, walking, sleeping, or breathing, he knows that the soul is distinct from the actions of the body and senses. While speaking, releasing, grasping, opening or closing the eyes, the wise person knows the senses are acting upon sensory matters only. He, as the inner self, is not the doer. One who performs all actions, abandoning attachment, as an offering to the Supreme Brahma, remains untouched by sin, just as a lotus leaf remains untouched by water. The yogis perform actions through their body, mind, intellect, and senses, giving up interests, only for the purification of the soul and to achieve inner peace. The one established in yoga, called yukta, renouncing the fruits of actions, attains permanent peace. But the one who is not established in yoga, called ayukt, is driven by the desire for results and becomes bound. The self-controlled person, having given up all actions mentally, lives happily in the city of 9 gates, worldly body, neither doing any actions himself, nor causing others to act. The Lord does not create the sense of doing, the actions themselves, or their relationship with results for anyone. All these arise naturally from one's own nature. The all-pervading God neither takes anyone's sin nor virtue. People are deluded because their wisdom is covered by ignorance. For those whose ignorance has been destroyed by knowledge, their wisdom shines like the sun, revealing the supreme reality. Those who have their intellect, mind, and self established in the divine, with sins cleansed by wisdom, attain salvation and do not return to the cycle of birth and death. The intellect sees the same soul in a learned and humble Brahman, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and even in an animal eater. They look upon the soul of all as the same. Those whose minds are established in equality have already conquered this world. For Brahman is flawless and equal to all, and such people dwell in Brahman. One who neither rejoices on receiving the pleasant, nor grieves on getting the unpleasant is of steady, undiluted intellect, and is a knower of Brahma situated in Brahma. The one whose mind is unattached to external pleasures and finds joy within the self, being united with Brahma, enjoys everlasting bliss. O Kante, pleasures that arise from sensory contacts are sources of misery, because they have a beginning and an end. Hence, The wise person does not delight with them. One who, even before leaving the body, is able to withstand the urges born of desire and anger, kama and krodha. He is a true yogi, yukta, and a truly happy person. The one who finds joy within, rejoices within, and whose light shines from within that yogi, having become one with Brahman, attains the peace of Brahma liberation itself. The sages whose sins are destroyed, whose stupidity, ignorance is cut away, who have controlled their minds, and who are devoted to the welfare of all beings, they attain the peace of Brahma salvation. One who is free from lust and anger, self-controlled, who know the principle of soul, the peace of Brahma surrounds them everywhere. The yogi, shutting out external sense contacts, fixes his gaze between the eyebrows, and balances the inward and outward breath moving within the nostrils by pranayam. The sage who has controlled his senses, mind, and intellect, who is devoted to liberation, and who is free from desire, fear, and anger, he is liberated forever. One who knows me, the Supreme Lord, as the enjoyer of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all worlds, and the true friend of all beings, that person attains supreme peace. Thus, in the Upanishads of the Bhagavad Gita, the science of yoga, in the conversation between Lord Shri Krishna and Arjuna, the 5th chapter, called Karma Sanyasa Yoga, completes. Thank you.